Absolutely.
And once they invited in, the doors are open. The doors are open then for them to pull the wool over the people. Yeah. Besides those who can see.
Yeah. Blood sacrifice, different rituals they do. You know. Yeah. They get into all that stuff. And, having sex with little boys. That's where they get the most magic from the left hand side. Satan having sex with little boys. You know. I mean, it's on the black sun. Yeah. You know. So they do all those different types of rituals, sacrifice. That's why people be disappearing and stuff like that. You know, they put people in the food. You know, all type of stuff, man. But most people think this stuff is far-fetched. No, man. Yeah. That's how wicked and twisted these people are. That's right. These people are twisted. Pizzagate, like these are some disgusting individuals, and they run the world, man. They have control of your finances, your food, your children, your marriage. Every aspect of society, man, and they want to ultimately top it off with that chip in the new world order, man. Yep. That's why the Most High is going to lift up the standard when they come in as a flood, all right, with spiritual power and raise up his men and send his son back, man. Because this devil is crazy, he's maniacal, you know, and it's real. It's in our face. But people want to be dumb. Most people don't want to know. They just want to be really ignorant, you know. Instead of if you really get into it, it'll do something to you, like, man, what the hell, you know.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that they shall not come, except there come a falling away first, that the man of sin be revealed. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Right, so what's that day talking about? The day of the Lord. Falling away is talking about the nation of Israel. We had to fall away completely as a nation, according to Hosea, the first chapter. All right, where we was going to completely not be called Israel. Okay, say call them Lo Ami, but ye are not my people. So when did that take place? Here in America. All right, we came over here slinging sweet loaves, sweet cherries, and also kumbaya, kumbaya. Come here, Lord. Come here, Lord. All right. Sweet little cherries, talking about the cherries of the Heavenly Father. They talk about those UFOs. Those are actually IFOs, identical flying objects. Those are the cherries of the Heavenly Father. So we were singing that on the way over here. But then they ended up beating the Hebrew out of us. They beat Israel out of us. And they gave us black, Negro, African American, Mexican, all those different types of problems. Okay? So we fell away as a nation, not knowing who we are. And this is the only captivity where we never knew it. We didn't know we were Israelites. Everywhere else we were Israelites. We was able to kind of practice our customs. Yeah. They still want us to submit. We were able to still carry ourselves as Israelites. Not here. Not here. It's completely gone away. But now we're in a time with no dry bones. In Ezekiel 37 chapter, they're waking up. You hear me?
And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
That man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Who was it? Esau, man. Right. The son of destruction, the son of sin. Showing that the spiritual demon Satan has a physical counterpart on the planet Earth, man. All right, the devil that the Bible speaks of, like over here, and he's being revealed to be the devil. And at first, everyone thought America was the land of opportunity. Come over here, if the streets are paved with gold, decorated with itself, so-called white man. Even when you hear a lot of black comedians and they make jokes about white women and stuff, they make it seem like they're still harmless. Those are some of the worst people on the planet Earth, the so-called white people.
That's right.
They got a lot of Jake hung and killed back in the time of slavery and the time of civil rights, things like that. Okay, they got a lot of Jake put to death, man. Especially so-called white men. She's one of the most diabolical people walking on the planet Earth. You know? Yeah, kissing their dogs. They be having to put peanut butter on their genitals, let the dogs lick it off. All these different type of things, man, but they're being revealed now that actually these people are not what's up. They're not the hunk of the earth. They're actually the devil. They're the cause of everything. You know? They're wicked. They think they're better than everyone else because their skin is so-called lighter. But now, no, that's a curse. They're completely leprous. It's supposed to be dark skin. Okay, they're cursed to judgment. We can read Isaiah 36 chapter. Like 36 chapter. Okay? Right. Go ahead, huh?
Who opposing and exalted himself above all that is called God.
Right, opposing, he's in opposition and exalted himself above all that is called God. Like we went to earlier, had the satellites and the cable boxes, how they can watch you, and all things. He's doing all that to have complete control, microchip with the New World Order, to have has a complete hold on the planet Earth, something that the Most High made. He's even saying that there is no creation as the scriptures prescribe. He's saying there's a Big Bang theory where just a bunch of random instances happen to where, boom, and we here.
Perfect order out of chaos.
Perfect order out of chaos.
Right.
But if it was perfect, if it was chaotic at first, why hasn't it happened since then? Why is everything still running in order?
Yeah.
Sun comes up, moon shows, seasons come on like clockwork. Every year, every day, everything happens and it's in complete order. But it was a Big Bang theory, just a big boom, and just all this order came out of nothing. It doesn't make any sense. So he's in opposition with the Heavenly Father.
Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of the Most High.
Temple of the Most High, see it's a bush here, showing himself, painting himself to be the Son and the Heavenly Father. All right, all the Egyptians, I mean, it's like all the Israelites are white. Yeah, he even take on the other nations. So he did the Egyptians, the last samurai. We always go through this list. The last samurai, you know, the Mexicans, all these different types of things, but it's all him. He's whitewashing everything. He's even taking other people's heritage. You know, he really wants it all. That's why Habakkuk 2:5 says his desire is as large as hell. All right, he can't be satisfied. You know, that's why he has to be taken out of the way. Go ahead.
Showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these
Right,
things?
this is Paul writing it because right now he's in the Roman captivity talking about the Edomites and Esau. Remember you not when I was with you, I was telling you, I was breaking it down. So, you know, these people are the devil, man. Remember that? Like, man, these people are the devil. And so we're coming to the same stead to the day. Because why? We're still in the captivity under the Edomites, but we're just under America, under the beast system, which is NATO and the EU, spearheaded by America, which is the Roman Empire coming back.
Well, you know, because if you go back to when Hitler was in power, and they called him an anti-Semitic, which was, I think it's Semitic, but it is. But Hitler in Germany at that time was actually the warhead of the Roman Empire. They was the warhead of the Roman Empire. That's what he was. That's why when you see Hitler and he's being he's honoring and being honored by the archbishops of the Catholic Church, because they was the head of the Catholic Church. That's what Germany was.
Yeah, and he was a so-called Jew. He was a nation.
That's why he hated the other so-called
That's why he
Jews.
hated them.
Yeah. He said they basically trying to worship the swastika religion, man.
He said that they was
Black
they was doing. They
religion.
was sucking the life out of Germany. Is what they was doing.
Yep.
They was taking everything out of it. And
Yep.
you know, yeah.
Because if you go back through the history of the Rothschilds, Meyer and Shell Bauer, like they basically created the system to where, like, let's say you have some gold, you could take your gold to them and then they would give you a promissory note, basically. But then they noticed that the people that was bringing their gold in, they weren't coming to get it back. So they basically was giving out more promissory notes than gold that they had on reserve. That's when you get the origination of the Federal Reserve banking system that we have today, which during that time in Germany, like right before, during the time of, I think, World War I, you had what was called the Weimar Republic, to where it was just super high inflation, to where you had people with like wheelbarrows of like the notes trying to get like something basic like a loaf of bread.
Right.
But all of that's coming back here today because they control all the banks.
The notes don't have no value.
They don't have no
value. And that's what Kennedy was trying to do.
Exactly.
When he figured out that actually that the feds are, I'm going to say it, that the Jesuits and the institutions that they controlled was stripping and robbing America, because they are the ones, they are the pharmaceuticals, they the Jews.
The Rosicrucians, these are all go back to Amalek. These all go back to Amalek, which Amalek, that's the head nation of the nation of Edom, which they would be the so-called Jews today that are occupying the land of Israel. They control everything. They control the media. They control all those central the markets. They control the central bank. Like when you say like the federal deficit or the world debt, who do you think that debt is owed to? And by the way, the Federal Reserve, it has nothing to do with the federal government. It's a private institution.
Right.
But that's when we're talking about the elite banking family, like the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? They're controlling the world in wickedness, man. Like the money that's in your pocket is worth nothing. You know? When they was in Germany, they set that system up back then, you know?
So
That's
Kennedy,
why Hitler was trying to get them up out of there.
Kennedy had figured out a plan to actually bag U.S. notes with silver. And so they had a problem with that. He wanted to do away with them, with the CIA. And that's why
There was rumors that he was trying to bring back the gold standard, you know? So, but, you know, there's no honor amongst thieves. So, you know, he was in cahoots with them, but he basically tried to bite the hand that fed him, so to speak, so they got him up out of there, you know?
Yeah.
Back was there now.
Yeah.
They're just like a mafia, like a person in the mob getting killed by another person in the mob. That's all that was, you know?
2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know that with Salakia. And now ye know what would hold it, that he might be revealed in his time.
Right, this is time right now. All right, the so-called white man had his time through America, and now it's time for him to be revealed. All right, when you read Isaiah the 47th chapter, but when you read the top, how the skirt is being lifted up with the spiritual Babylon. Okay, they're being revealed, and their nakedness is being shown right now. They're being shown to be the devil across the whole planet Earth, which no one likes America now. All right, they still have certain allies. When you read Obadiah, they say even the men of the Confederacy have played a wound in this life. You know, so everyone's going to hate the Lord at the end of the day. The Most High is going to put the spirit on all the nations. This is all America.
That's right. They're going to turn them.
They're going to turn them.
If I can even say, we read Job 9 and 24 earlier, but at the end of that precept, that verse in Job 9 and 24, it says, basically, if the so-called white man is not the wicked, if not, where and who is he? So you got to ask that question. When all of this empirical evidence is all over the place, man, you can look on C-SPAN to see all the legislation that they passed, and you can look on all these different alternative news networks to see all of the madness that they got going on throughout the earth, man. Like you referenced, like they trying to get everybody to take an RFID microchip. If the so-called white man, that's always been the elephant in the room, and mostly to our people, just because they're scared. They have what's that syndrome called? Stockholm syndrome, basically, you know what I'm saying? They want to still cater to their oppressor. Even though they know he's the devil, they're scared to admit it. But the Lord put the spirit on us and boldness. Hey, we're going to tell the truth, man. If the so-called white man is not the devil that's destroying the earth, man, who is? It's clear, man. We know who it is, bro. Y'all got it.
They have no hope. That's why they ain't saying that. A lot of times they don't have hope. They don't have the spirit and hope to see past America. They just think this is it. We look forward to a new heaven and a new earth. We read 2 Peter 3rd chapter. We know what's coming. We know the end of this place. We know this ain't gonna last forever. That's why we are so boldly unto the face of death, Lord, we keep that spirit on us. Right? Okay? Because this ain't gonna last. No matter you put us to death or not, there are gonna be 144,000 Israelite men, 12,000 from each tribe according to the scripture. They're gonna get delivered out of here and get the governing ruling body and get glorified, man. That's right. All right, and then the rest of the 1/3 of our nation is gonna get beaten up and delivered out of here as well. Right. So we firmly believe that. Okay? That's right. That's why we're out here to proclaim our people, man.
Yeah, because you brothers made the statement earlier too, talking about how all these allies and everything are going to come against the horror, which the scriptures talk about that. But you even got the example that happened, I believe it was about a month ago or so, when you had the leaders of NATO in a summit together. Yeah. And then, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but there was one of the leaders, I can't remember where he was from, but he was standing there, and Donald Trump pushed him out the way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And this is supposed to be one of his colleagues. This is supposed to be somebody that they're in league with.
That's why he's in there.
Absolutely. So if you see that happen with one individual, just imagine how the whole cluster feels. You know what they say? One rotten apple spoils the whole bunch. So what do? You got to take the apple out, man. And that's what the Lord's going to put the spirit on these other people to do.
I'm sorry, but I heard I listened to a lot of stuff like that. Anyway, this guy is turning most of America's allies against him now, and they're not going to have anything. He's turning Germany against him. He's turning French. He's turning a lot of their allies against him through a lot of policies and a lot of things that he's doing. He's actually basically becoming enemies.
America really only has two key allies, which is Saudi Arabia and Israel. Yeah. Besides that, the bet's off, man. You know what I'm saying?
Israel's going to drag him into that dogfight world.
Almost definitely.
That's why the say police them shall draw them out.
That's going to be the setup. That's going to be the setup right there.
But ultimately, it's the Heavenly Father that's orchestrating everything. It's algorithm. It's the blood of does videos on that. But it's all set up in the plan, grand scheme of things. And how much you shot. All right, he's orchestrating and turning the minds of different kings and different chess moves here to ultimately accomplish the goal of what he wants to have. Go back to this.
This is verse 4. It's verse 7. Salakia. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
Right, the mystery of iniquity, which is the Roman Empire. That was America coming back today, along with the EU and NATO. All right, this is the mystery of iniquity. But to the elect men, to the ones that have the knowledge of the Spirit, it's not a mystery. Because everything has been opened up.
Only he who now letteth will let.
Right, it's talking about the Most High. He's letting this happen right now. Why? Because it's part of this one.
Until he be taken out of the way.
Until the so-called white man, Esau, is taken out of the way. Until the scriptures say in Job the 14th chapter, he's the point of balance he can't pass. All right, so now he's not going to be in power, not in the second pass, but the Most High has set his agenda, his right.
Exactly.
Even in Revelation 19, it talks about how he shall be let loose for a short season. And that short season, Revelation 20, it talks about him being let loose for that short season. And this is what we're bearing witness to right now. Right after the Dark Ages, we were talking about earlier, within the Renaissance, man, the Most High is allowing this to happen, man. Like the brothers mentioned earlier, that this short period of time, this short period of time that the so-called white men have been in power, that's nothing but a blink compared to the Heavenly Father, man. So the Heavenly Father's allowing this to go on as long as he please. Best believe it ain't long.
Right, you know? Right, it's going to say what, one day is the Lord's 1,000 years, 1,000 years to a day. So the Most High is outside of time. That's why the scriptures call him the Ancient of Days. But time is in the construct, so it doesn't affect it. So this is a blink, like I said, a flash in the pan compared to spiritual.
Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Right, the wicked shall be revealed, man. The so-called Esau, man. The so-called white man may reveal to be the devil. The Bible speaks. The Lord's going to consume it with his mouth. And we're consuming it with the words right now. It's also going to physically manifest, so it's consumed.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Brightness of his coming. Those chariots, the lasers, blowing, tearing everything up, along with the nuclear destruction, along with the men that he raised up to proclaim judgment and carry out judgment amongst the wicked. Okay? Go ahead.
Verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the work of Satan.
His coming is after the work of Satan. Shows that Lucifer and Satan, the devil they're talking about, a lot of times the scriptures talking about an actual man. Right? His coming is after the workings of Satan. Right? So like Israel repeats all those wicked acts, sacrifices, rituals, different summits and things that have they give these other nations. Why? To figure out how to get rid of us. Because they know once we back in the power, they on the bottom. So they're doing this as long as possible, like you read Psalms 8, 3rd chapter. They're getting together as long as possible to keep us down the bottom. Okay? They know once we get back in league with our power, hey, there ain't no stopping us. We're gonna steamroll this place.
And with all power, the signs and lying wonders.
All power, signs, and lying wonders, man. So it's technology.
All this was signs and lying wonders.
Okay, so all the ones they do as far as technology, the advances that he has had, the scriptures say he is wiser than Daniel. So the Most High gave him the knowledge for the like last 120, 130 years. Technology has skyrocketed.
Exactly.
You know,
we're from like horses, riding, to
steam engines, also automobiles,
rockets,
all types of rockets, cell phones. You can stream anything
just within 100 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it really, that's why we're in the last days. That's why Scripture says, Daniel 12, knowledge shall increase. You know, so he does all his wonders where the people are thinking like, man, he must be God. But no, he's all used it for the left-hand side for wickedness. And those cell phones are some of the worst things on the planet Earth, man. All the radiation. I read an article in National News that said that they lied about how much radiation those phones really did. They actually did at least 3 times the radiation on people.
Wow.
You know? So all those type of stuff that you think is tight, and stuff you can do on PlayStation 4 and all those different things, man.
Sure.
You know? That's all lying ones where people would think he's God. You would think like, man, this is God. But it all came from the Heavenly Father. So when we get back in our kingdom, we're in slavery because we're going to come back to enslave the nations as well. All right? They're going to serve 1,000 years, and according to Scripture, we're going to do away with the house of Esau. These Edomites aren't going to exist. And the other nations, they're just going to be under our rule. So they're going to pay tribute to us. So we're coming back to rule. All right? Those dusty Negroes that y'all complain about on the planet, on the corners, and all throughout the world, they complain about and look down upon. They're the rightful rulers of the planet Earth, man. You know?
You was going into the cell phones and all of that, and how that actually, like the brother said, creates a, well, we can't say create, the wicked vibration is already here, but it pushes forward the wicked vibration. But when you actually go into the cell phones and the TVs and electronics and so forth, because as you've seen, the more electronics grew, the more wickedness grew. But when you actually look into all of that shit, when you look at the circuitry of how it is, you have certain circuits where these electrics, you know, pretty much all of it passes through.
Right.
Now, when you I don't want to say study up on it, but when you do some research going into like what do they do? They have what's called sigils. All right, and it's spelled S-I-G-I-L.
Yeah, it's called sigil.
Sigil, but you know what it is.
It's
pretty
like
much
you write a letter and you take the consonants.
It's a seal.
Yeah, and then exactly.
That's what it means.
You mix it together and you twist it a certain way, and you get a certain font.
You get it exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
You know,
that's all the word pretty much means. The seal.
Yeah.
You know, but when you actually, there was a video.
Like a logo.
Yeah. There was a video one of the brothers actually did on it. Yasuwamba, he had actually put it up. But it's really interesting because it shows you that these demons and all that, these spirits, operate through that.
Exactly.
So when you're looking at the TV, or when you're looking at your phone and you see the Big Mac commercial or whatever, and that thought comes to your mind, that's a way for spirits to tap into you, and they pass through those seals, through that circuitry and all that.
That's exactly what they do. Because I'm not gonna say I was in love. I had a daughter by a woman. She actually was a practicing witch. She was actually she was possessed by a chief lieutenant demon. She studied Wicca. You ever heard of Wicca?
Absolutely.
All right. For like, maybe over 20 years. Anyway, I didn't know it till after I had already got with her and had a baby. So I'm cleaning up one day. And I go up under the bed and I see the witchcraft. I see the witchcraft philosophy books, but then I run into this Bible. This Bible is actually the same Bible that Anton LaVey had. You understand what I'm saying? But she got delivered. The thing about it is that her mother and father was mysterious. So with what she was dealing with and going through, she couldn't go to them. You know what I mean? She couldn't go to them with what she was dealing with and going through. By me being who I was, but I didn't understand in the highest of the word God at that time. But I went through with her. When I say she came out, that was my first time witnessing an exorcism. She was possessed by a chief lieutenant demon. So I was just saying that to say about the symbols. See, the thing about wizards and witches, they use this, like you said, sigils, symbols, letters, and numbers.
Hey, if I could just say this too, brother, like on every level, man. That's why mainly like
So
this
that's what they
entertainment
working
industry,
at.
like that music,
Exactly.
man, is so demonic because it casts spells on our people. Like our people hear a certain song, that'll put it in their mind that it's okay to go out and take another man's woman. That it's okay to sell some drugs.
Yeah.
That it's okay to use drugs. That it's okay to be a homosexual.
It guides them. It gives a spirit guide.
Like it put the demons basically on them. You know what I'm saying?
It's full of lust. It's full of lust. You know what I mean?
And
So
then,
close. Yeah.
Even watching like TV programs like Tyler Perry, like he dressed up like he dragged, like he dressed like a woman, right? That puts a spirit on our people to accept men dressing up like women. Even when we was younger, man, watching Martin, Sinead, like even though you're like, damn, this is funny, but like, you
Jamie
think about it,
Foxx,
like, this
all
is
that.